Hey guys, and welcome to a brief introduction on inequalities. So last week we studied how to do equations. Basic reminder, let's say I have 5x minus 3 equals 12. We learned that we draw the line, right? Then we eliminate the number furthest away from the variable. So the variable being x, the number furthest away is going to be the 3. The opposite of minus 3 is plus 3. We do the same to both sides. Okay, 5x we bring down, negative 3 plus 3 are opposites, they cancel out. I bring down my equal sign, 12 plus 3 is 15. My x is still not alone, the 5 and the x are multiplying, the opposite of multiply is divide. So instead of multiplying by 5, I will divide by 5. I do the same on both sides. These cancel out. I bring the x down, I bring the equal sign down, 15 divided by 5 is 3. We learned that last week. Today we're going to start with something called inequalities. Okay? Now inequalities are something you have learned before. They are these things, the alligator mouths, so to speak. Okay? I know the alligator mouths is a simplification, but it makes it really easy to remember. If an alligator is in the middle of a swamp, right, and it's waiting to eat someone, well, you have a really skinny person in the swamp here, and then you have a really big person in the swamp here. The alligator is always going to attack the big person because it wants more food, right? So the alligator eats the big person, always. The same thing goes for math. If you have a bigger number, an 8, for example, and then you have a smaller number on the other side, a 3, the alligator is always going to eat the bigger number, okay? So, let's say we have a few situations here. Let's say I give you 9 and 5, 6 and 7, and here I give you 15 and 4, okay? Now, in these situations, if I want to place the alligator, for this pair, the alligator eats the bigger number. Done. For this pair, the alligator eats the bigger number. Done. Yes, you can have a small little equal sign on the bottom. It makes no difference. The alligator still points its mouth toward the bigger number. And here, the last pair, the alligator again has to eat the bigger number. Boom, 15. Okay? Now now that you understand how the alligator mouth works, which is nothing new, you've learned it in previous grade levels. So on the worksheet for this, every single one of you is going to get 100%, right? But anyway, now that we've reviewed how the alligator mouth goes, let's try and think in what ways we might use it in 7th grade. Let's say that you are going to buy some balloons, okay? You're going to buy balloons for a party. You're throwing a party for your best friend. Yes, this is me trying to buy balloons. You're throwing a party for your best friend and you want to buy balloons. The only problem is you only have $15, right? Each balloon, each one of these costs $3. So how many balloons can you buy? This is where an inequality comes in. Okay, so you know that every single balloon, let's use B for balloon, every balloon costs $3, right? But you have, actually let's change that. I'm sorry, I didn't think it through. Let's say instead of $15 you have 17, okay? Let's say you have $17. So you have $3 for each balloon, but you only have $17 to spend, right? Think about it. If you only have $17, you can spend $17 or less. You can spend $17, $16, $15, but there's no way you can spend, let's say, $18, right? You don't have $18, you only have 17. So the maximum amount of money you can spend, the biggest amount of money you can spend is 17. And since 17 is the bigger option, the alligator eats the 17. Oh, look what we did here. We just took a word problem, because that's basically what this is. I told you each balloon cost $3. Great. Then I told you the amount of money you had was 17. Boom. You took a word problem that I told you out loud, and you expressed it as an inequality. That's more or less how we use it. Now, once we're at this stage, we can go ahead and we can add or subtract this. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, not add or subtract. We can solve this. It doesn't matter. We treat this the same way we would treat an equation. First step, I'm going to draw the line down the middle, okay? My variable is not alone. I want to get rid of the number next to it. So here, I'm going to go ahead and divide to get rid of that 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Opposites cancel out. I bring everything down, and then 17 divided by 3. Each balloon will be more or less $5.67. Okay? Question? We already spent a week last week doing equations. Is there anything here that's really different outside of the different sign? Isn't everything else more or less an equation? That's how we're going to solve these. You'll see in the following videos, despite you having this new thing, it's really not that difficult.